Welcome. My name is Leonard. I'm 32 years old and I've been trading for 9 years now. In the last 9 years, I've had days where I traded stocks worth over $40 million a day that made me profits of $3.2 million in just a single trade. I've made sick 5-figure paychecks every month, and I've made my clients, my investors, and my firm an awful lot of money in the last couple of years, until I quit my job and designed my own Digitized Day Trader. I've now found a way to make the same profits without stress and only work just a lousy 8 minutes a day instead of the massive 18 hours a day I was making at the firm. Daily profits like this, and like this, with just 8 minutes per day like this. That's right. This short video will reveal to you how I've been making an average of $8,952 daily profit on full autopilot with just 8 minutes of work a day. Although I have much experience in trading, it doesn't require my presence, my knowledge, or my skills. It's not just about showing off how much money I've made and how I've managed to work my way up to the 1%. I'll give you the opportunity to walk a mile in my shoes, experience my cars, mansions, jets, yachts, and luxury the way I do. That's right. I'm willing to reveal every tiny detail about my techniques, my methods, my strategy, my system, or whatever you'd like to call it, just so that you too can make an average daily profit of $8,952 on full autopilot. Now, there's a big chance you've seen such videos online before. They all claim to make you tons of money on full autopilot, and they will do it absolutely free. But since you're here, I guess none of those systems have ever worked out for you, right? Why? You might have wondered whether you've done something wrong. If there was anything you've missed, perhaps settings or stuff, not really. It's really simple once you know. The stocks, assets, and commodities you were trading were the same stocks, assets, and commodities the Wall Street computers are trading. You should realize that 80% of the traders are now fully automated by computers, and the only way for human traders to make money is by going against the herd or trade volatile and thinly traded stocks, assets, and commodities. You simply can't win from those Wall Street computers. So how does my software win? How does the Digitized Day Trader make the money that I claim to make? Well, I know exactly what software the Wall Street wolves are using, and I know exactly what trades they look for. I redesigned the old Goldman Sachs platform into a private platform of my own. I can now trade the safe backwaters and hunt for easy and smaller trades, as I don't have to compete with those wolves like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and Nomura. My Digitized Day Trader makes me money by trading safe stocks only. It will look for every stock that their software just won't monitor because it's not enough for those wolves. This way, you're the only one that's able to trade the safe backwaters fully automated. This is how it all started. It all began with online poker. In high school, I started playing $5 games on weekends with my degenerate gambler friends from Sidwell. That would be the Sidwell Friends School, the upscale Quaker academy better known for educating the children of presidents than as a training ground for card sharks. Anyway, I had signed up for an online account using my dad's name. I won a few bucks overall, but was never able to cash out because of the surreptitious nature of the account. I headed off to the University of Miami on an academic scholarship a few years later. I planned to become an engineer. Although I quickly discovered that engineering didn't motivate me, and I was having too much fun hanging out with my friends and playing online poker. As it happened, a friend of a roommate was working for a gambling site. The friend offered to hire me as a prop player, where my job was to lure people into a game by being the first person to sit at a new table until it filled up. At any time, I might play hands at 5 or even 10 tables simultaneously. The thing to know about prop players is that they get a cut of the fee each player at the table would pay for the privilege of playing a hand. Working 4 8-hour shifts, some while attending college lectures, I found I could reliably earn $1,000 a week just on the rake, plus whatever he might win or lose in his games. It was pretty serious money for me at the time. I'd switched from engineering to finance and could suddenly afford to take my girlfriend to Paris for the weekend. By senior year, I had given up the prop player gig and was simply playing poker from my own account, picking the pockets of the dumb players at the low-stakes tables, or testing my skill against the best players in tournaments. On my best night, I made $5,000. I was always doing the go for broke strategy. The adrenaline rush of playing for thousands of dollars was crazy. It also turned out to be pretty good training for day trading. When a company called AMR Capital Trading posted an opening on the university's jobs website, I applied. In the first interview, they explained that I would get no paycheck until I had racked up enough profit to pay back the $25,000 stake the firm would provide me. The process of making your bank typically takes a year or more, and that more than half the recruits never make it. And so, I took the job and decided to tell my parents I had a job as a day trader. My father hated it. I remember vividly walking into my father's office. He had printed out a sheet from the Tulane website that said what finance majors in my region were earning. Maybe it was $40,000, $50,000. That's what you should be making, not taking a job that pays nothing. It was much the same when I broke the news to my mother. It sounded a bit shady to her. She called a buddy of hers at Morgan Stanley. She was on the phone with him for more than an hour trying to convince her it was a good idea. My mom has since come around to the idea, if for no other reason, that I might otherwise have become a professional poker player. For most of us, day trading conjures up the image from the dot-com era of some dude in his pajamas with a 2-day growth of beard logged onto a Charles Schwab account buying Nortel networks and pets.com on margin. My old office in New York is a lot more disciplined and sophisticated than that. We used Goldman Sachs' computerized trading platform and a software program known as Stealth Alerts to generate customized lists of stocks that suddenly have wide gaps between what is bid by buyers and what is asked by sellers. Lots of hedge funds and Wall Street trading desks do it all automated by computers. High-frequency, high-volume computerized trading now accounts for 3/4 of the volume on U.S. stock markets. Because they trade in large volumes, the computerized algorithms deployed by the hedge funds tend to ignore smaller stocks, creating backwaters for human traders. These backwaters is exactly what my own Digitized Day Trader searches for. It will look for more volatile and thinly traded stocks that will result into easier and more profitable trades. If you use the right broker and the right software, you can simply stay away from the high-frequency trading computers. And once you stay far away from those trades, you can make a really solid income of your own without you spending the entire day at your computer. These are the simple breadcrumbs that the billion-dollar companies just won't care for. These are the breadcrumbs I make money off. Breadcrumbs that would make you an average of $8,952 per day. Perhaps you're not a rookie trader, and this might sound like a typical day trading, but you're wrong. Only experts can make $8,952 every single day while sitting behind their computer for 18 hours straight. Now, what if I told you you could make this kind of money without chaining yourself to your computer? Just 8 minutes a day checking results and withdrawing money. No expert can do that, right? That's because I've edited the Goldman Sachs trading platform in such a way that it could never, ever interfere with the trades they would be making. I could make more money than $8,952 per day, but I won't be able to do whatever I want. I'll have to bound myself once again to the computer for 16 hours straight and work my ass off. Even then, I could still have an off day and lose money eventually. The Digitized Day Trader works nothing like any other trading platform. It won't scan the whole market, it will not calculate risk chances and win ratios because it simply doesn't care for those kinds of trades. All the Digitized Day Trader does is search for breadcrumbs. Simply anything that could make you profits without competing against the Wall Street firms. Only trade the volatile and thinly traded stocks. That's right, the safe backwaters where the human and rookie traders are at. It doesn't matter whether the market is going up or down. Digitized Day Trader will win the trade simply because the Goldman Sachs platform is optimized for winning trades. It's like you're using New York's most expensive trading software without paying for it, but even more important, without having to compete to dozens of others with this exact same software on the exact same stocks. In my career as a day trader, I've worked several years with that Goldman Sachs platform, and I know exactly what stocks will be monitored and what stocks will be skipped. Imagine that you could roll out all those automated traders and all of those experts just because they think that $8,952 per day isn't enough. They think they're too good for that kind of money or that their business doesn't want to waste time on those breadcrumbs, although those are the easiest trades out there. Perhaps the burning question you had on your mind all the time is, why am I sharing this system with you? Well, this Digitized Day Trader obviously is a one-of-a-kind software. Contrary to the software of Goldman Sachs, you will not have to pay a percentage of your earnings to me, just a fixed amount of $4,476 per month. Also, I will not ask you to pay for my system up front, because I know you'll make this money once you are using the Digitized Day Trader. That's why the fixed amount of $4,476 will automatically be collected at the end of each month after you've made money. Now, I've contacted the broker already about this fixed amount, and they've offered to help me out. The broker will automatically transfer this $4,476 each month from your account towards my own account, but only once you've reached the minimum of $200,000 that month. Obviously, I could claim the $4,476 as soon as you've made it, but this is my commitment towards you. You will make at least $200,000 each and every month. No cure, no pay. If for some reason you don't reach $200,000, I won't be making money. Now, as I mentioned earlier in this video, I'm not only here to show off, and I also told you that I'll give you the opportunity to experience cars, mansions, jets, yachts, and the luxury the way I do. So, please take this last few minutes to imagine how your life will change if you're able to rake in $8,952 every single day, and all it takes is just a lousy 8 minutes of work per day. I can only imagine you woke up by the sound of the alarm clock yesterday, took a shower and quickly stuffed your breakfast in and rushed off to work. Then at work, you've been working your butt off for your boss, Add a few minutes to stuff yourself with lunch so that you can get back to work once again. When you're off from work, jump back into your car, drive home and make dinner. After dinner, you've got some cleaning to do, perhaps watch some TV and then go to sleep. Now, obviously I'm not sure that's your typical day, but it sure was my life for years. I may have had some big wins back in the days, but I didn't have any time to enjoy the money I was making. I was stressed out 24/7 and usually had trouble sleeping, and when I finally fell asleep, the alarm clock woke me up way too soon. Now I wake up whenever I wake up. No alarm clocks and no rushing off to anywhere. Just do whatever I feel like doing that day. Perhaps hit the gym or get a massage. Afterwards, call some friends for lunch and hang out on my yacht at the bay and just chill out for the rest of the day. I don't have to clean up and I don't have to go to bed early because tomorrow I can do again whatever I want to. Perhaps tomorrow I'll pay a visit to the local dealership and trade my old Ferrari 458 Italia for that new 488 GTB Spider that's been shining there. All possible thanks to my Digitized Day Trader. Now, a lot of people want to live the life I'm living, but simply can't because they have financial obligations or perhaps even debts which requires them to work 2 or 3 jobs. The Digitized Day Trader only requires 8 minutes a day in return for the $8,952 profit it will be making you on full autopilot. It'll definitely be able to pay for your financial obligations, as it will also take care of any debts. You could easily pay off your $100,000 in debt in just 2 weeks and still would have money left over. Perhaps you can even make that down payment for your new car or that dream house at the beach. You can go shopping at expensive designer stores or just order a whole new designer wardrobe online. Whatever it is that you want, you can do it now, as Digitized Day Trader will remove all of the financial boundaries you have right now.